Does he, what legendary does he have on? I forgot to look at the previous keys overall. Riptide. Tremor's baseline? No, I wasn't looking for that. I know. Oh shit. Another reason not to pull all 5 of those. Wow, that lasts a long ass time too. What the fuck? Somebody dispel it? Is Fury King again? No. Fury's doing sizable damage right now, but not anything spectacular. And they still bring nothing besides damage, so. What's the best melee for Mythic Plus? That's a good question. None? I guess Rogue, technically. Never particularly excited when I see a melee. Monk's okay too, yeah. Depends on the week. Monk could be really good, yeah. This week it would be a great week for Monk. Oh, they both hit 50 at the same time. Okay. It's not a problem for people. 26 stacks in necrotic though is definitely a problem. No, we survived it, no problem. Hard Windwalker got a damage loss from bug fixes. Yeah, and then they got rebuffed yesterday, so I don't know where they're at now, but... Alright, here's the moment of truth, guys. If we're going to upgrade this key, it's going to come down to this boss right here. I don't know about Rune Weapon. I really don't. I don't feel like it's a time to be holding CDs though anymore. Not on Tyrannical. We have to do as much damage as we can throughout the whole fight. No, we're definitely getting that fear coming up. Oh, I did it early. That was the wrong mechanic. Alright, well that's good. Yeah, but by the time we get to this, Pride's over, so... They just hotfix buffed, yeah, a bunch of retuning. Yeah, that's really not great. Hopefully we just can survive this part, though. This part really isn't that hard. It just takes fucking forever because everybody commits their offense and doesn't do anything with it. Hey, by the way, welcome. So funny. Glad to see you. How you been? Glad to hear, yeah. Yeah, it is always a good thing. I don't think anybody was ever dissatisfied after getting buffed, right? Yo, finally moved Horde, but I'll never get to run keys with you as a tank. I finally started working on my DK, and man, you feel so much more tankier than Monk. Oh, really? That's interesting to hear that. I thought it was just me, honestly, but from what I've seen from Monk, they are not doing great. At least another whole phase, if not two. 30% there. How does Necrotic Week feel so far? We've not done enough dungeons to say, but it's certainly easier than it was after the legendary changes. I mean, I would have used this legendary anyway, so the fact that the legendary is just way better now is really nice. You can stay in and fight much longer than a monk because you have to run away. Oh yeah. Well, that's the case for sure. I do feel like Blood DK's defenses are way better. Like, their access to damage, or access to defense, is way better than Monk's right now. Especially after the legendary changes. Although I think the problem everybody seems to make with Monk is that they keep trying to, like, not care about offense or defense. Okay, that was lucky. That literally might be the key right there, honestly. But still have a little DPS boost. I miss Bone Storm. Oh, well, you can use it, but not a great. If you're doing higher key, it's not great. Okay, so that was a 4-minute fight. Okay, so that's pretty good. I think anything longer than 4 minutes is usually really bad, but it's not terrible. What legendary are you using? Crimson Rune, of course. Instructions are going there. 4-minute fight. Yeah, that's pretty normal for Tyrannical. He's using Crimson Rune weapon, yeah. I think that's a good thing, though, if that means we have no deaths now and all that, so that should be the hardest part. What's the tool you're using to display the timer for the key upgrades? Yeah, I guess it's an add-on. I don't fully know. I'm pretty sure it's Angry Keystones. Metro Mohammed, welcome. Glad to see ya. Oh yeah, this part actually. I forgot about these fucking mobs. You have to be very careful when there's a pack with whatever the Mender. It's called the Mender. That's it. From being a raid leader to Mythic Plus tank, do you think tanks in this meta have become complacent with their roles? Since there's a lack of motivation. That's interesting. I don't understand that sentiment, and I don't agree with it either, so no. I would say no.
Hooray! You're almost there.
Okay, no. healer in this pack. Also no. It's basically, now that we're going this right side, I don't know if we're even going to have problems with this. I think the bad packs are on the right side of the maze. I'm exactly sure if just because the first one was left, does that mean all of them are going to continue on this side? But also, obviously, have to worry about necrotic. I've heard this as well since Limit Max's latest video. So, a lack of motivation. I just don't understand where that's coming from. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. DPS have logs to get better. Healers have logs to get better. Tanks can, optimize CDs. Yeah, I mean, that's just a pessimistic way to look at it, right? I don't know. I feel like if that's being said by the top raid leader in the world, that scares me. That means he's so used to people only caring about themselves, even in that level, that this game is really in trouble. There's no solo content in the game where anything like that would ever need to be maximized, right? Every time you're worried about logs, all you should be worried about is succeeding, killing the boss. If logs aren't a way to measure your success of killing the boss, then there's no reason to look at them. And there's plenty to look at in tank logs with that in mind. So we're going back the right way here. You should watch the video. Yeah, no thanks. You realize that until you get to 22 and higher keys, failing a dungeon is never down to a tank's DPS. Correct, it's down to something much more important about the tanking role. I feel like that does not apply to 99% of the players, since not many people are farming mythic raids on the regular. Yeah, I don't really get that. Scary thing to hear coming out of somebody's mouth from that level. I hope it's a misunderstanding. Okay. Yeah, still no. Healer. What's the name? I don't actually know what the name of the mob is. I saw it last night. His point was tanks don't have incentive to get better and guilds don't look for better tanks and just settle. But that's, yeah, again, if the only reason you're playing your role is because you're trying to parse, then stop raiding. Honestly, like, don't raid. Not the right content for you. Clear differences between raiding content and dungeon content. Oh, yeah. And he's specifically talking about raids. Okay, well, hopefully. If he's talking about Mythic Plus, then that's really bad. One of the things about the argument is that it's mostly about logs, only once content is on farm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Who even cares about that? Like, who cares about what's happening once content's been on farm? I don't know. He was talking about a raid perspective, and farming raids as a tank is dull, which is fair. Yeah, I don't really find it dull, but sorry to hear that. Okay, so we never even fought a mender or whatever. We had only one the whole time. Imagine tanking out of enjoyment rather than ear. Gaming EPing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. He actually did say the best place to improve as a tank is in Mythic Plus. Yes. Glad to hear it. Okay, where are we at? That one. There we go. I agree with Max. Mob was the best expansion for tanks. Literally only DPS care about logs. I mean, I don't think anybody should care about logs. If you're not able to kill the boss, then you worry about what's happening in the logs. If you are able to kill the boss, then... And the only reason you're still playing the game is to act like you're more important than you are because your damage is higher, then you probably don't really like this game. For me, I just like the social atmosphere of it. Raiding especially. Success is all that matters to me. I have no interest in bragging, you know? Not why I got into the game in the first place. Okay, it's this one. Wait, it's this one. It's the only one that doesn't have a ring on it. No lust here, interesting. We're actually doing really well though. Timer wise. And there's the lust. To me at least, after we fight certain bosses a few times, I focus on tank damage. There's no other way I can improve. Improving is a key factor to me for enjoyment. Gotcha. Okay, it is that one. Don't die, shaman. What makes you think doing more damage to the tank means you're getting better? I personally am not really interested in raids, but Mythic Plus, that's where I never want to stop playing and keep improving. Yep. Yeah, Mythic Plus is like such a good kind of infinite scale, you know? Like you always have difficulty in it. There's always a lot to think about. Okay, there's Pride. I already don't tax my raids healers, so me doing more damage makes the boss die faster. That is true. Okay, as dumb as it sounds, I'm gonna save Rain Weapon here because I want to have it up so we can go really big here. We have two spawns of or two inspiring mobs there to kill. Never enough to make a significant impact. That's definitely not true. Definitely incorrect. Obviously, if you're not a Mythic Raider, I suppose the opinions from the world first is irrelevant. Okay. I mean, it's irrelevant regardless, because nobody, very few people raid at the level where they've been farming shit for months. Okay, I don't know. It seems too dangerous. This is gonna be an easy upgrade if we don't fuck around. I was gonna try to pull it all there. We have no deaths right now. It's crazy. speaking of, I haven't brought it up in a while, but if anyone out there is looking for a raiding guild that raids 2 nights a week, 7 Eastern to 11 Eastern, 6 to 12 Mythic, ready to tackle this tier after those nerfs to those next 2 bosses, so let me know. We're looking to add some DPS, especially ranged. Been raiding together since mid-Wrath, and hopefully gonna raid again for another 12 years. Pain point is not become complacent and to keep improving. When your tank play is near peak, then you try to improve your damage. Thanks. Yeah, I don't think that was what was being discussed, but I agree, obviously. Can't skip Last Pride. Don't want to. It's a tyrannical week. We definitely. Oh, why did I not? What's going on here? How did this happen? What? Oh, I'm fucking dead. Okay. I don't understand what happened there. Why did we not drop stacks? I have no idea. I guess one of the mobs wasn't dead or something. What days? I didn't hear that part. Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 Eastern to 11 Eastern. Awkward. Pride here, but we will go into it with no necrotic. That's good. Really, this has gone near perfect. It's actually kind of interesting. Now that I'm more capable of taking on necrotic, I feel like I'm able to do much more this week. I used to feel like this was just a completely, like, a week that I could never succeed on, but... Are you recruiting tanks? No. Just DPS. Or perhaps like a healer DPS hybrid or something. Oh, that would have been unfortunate if that was our first death, me getting knocked off there. I guess I lagged a bit because I didn't see where that hit me. Ah, perfect. See, that grip there makes a bigger impact than you think. Because it allows that mob to die first without any concern. Obviously, it's very low health mob, so it's probably going to die first anyway. But when that's pulled into the pack like that, or pulled out of the pack like that, it makes it a lot easier to make sure that that happens. Point in case of the original discussion, tank meta is in a bad spot. Low percentage to recruit and high complacent behavior. Gotcha. Sorry to hear you feel that way. I do not. Certainly do not agree with almost anything that's been talked about in this topic. But yeah, well, I do agree that it's tough finding a guild that's a tank for sure. That's just because you only need 2. And like, you could join the guild as a tank, but the circumstances to raid as a tank are not likely. Okay, perfect. Perfect route. Perfect everything. No deaths. Even first boss. A little slow, but perfect. Oh, no lust, though. Ooh. Ooh. For a lot of people, where do you go from there? As a tank-only player? Well, Mythic Plus is the answer, really, yeah. I mean, apparently everybody thinks tanking and raiding is boring, so why would you even want to tank as a raid, or raid as a tank? Didn't you just say that? Okay, well, stand that. Yeah, it didn't do shit. Progression tanking is fun. Yeah, I like it. I quite enjoy it. Not very good at it, unfortunately, but I find it quite fun. Okay, good. We dropped 2 there. Progression tanking is very rewarding. Farm tanking is not, I see.
Come, children, what a tempting treat. No avoiding this one. Beware.
Okay, there's the last 50% health. Probably the right time for it anyway. Nothing going on for a while. And what directly correlates with boring? Complacency. I see. Alright, man, you got it all figured out, it sounds like.
Your ignorance made manifest. Your flesh will nourish my offspring. Your actions are easy to anticipate. Your ignorance made manifest. I can predict your every maneuver.
Ah. Well, that was scary. I couldn't see because the boss is fucking so big. Hey Metro, how's the grind today? Anything good in the vault for any of your characters? I only opened the DK, but... Yeah, no, nothing today, really. I got a side grade, but that's it. But we just upgraded our first 19. That was fucking easy, honestly. Crushed it. Literally perfect run, though, really. No deaths, no mistakes at all. Route was ran to perfection. Like, we got lucky in so many ways.